Hello everybody, this is Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan. Welcome back to another planner video. I'm really excited about this planner video because it is both a plan with me. It's going to be my first plan with me of 2023. I have this beautiful kit by Crafts by Towie for New Year's that I'm going to be using to plan, but I'm also going to do my planner setup video for 2023 as the first part of this. So if you don't care and you want to skip ahead, I will timestamp it so you can do that. But if you would like to see what I'm using for 2023, I'm going to talk about that now. Really, it is very similar, essentially almost exactly the same to what I did in 2022 and very similar to the year previous to that too. I have this plum paper planner as my functional planner. It is the ME7 by 9 planner. I have it linked down below. And FAQ, because this is one of the questions I get asked the most, I don't have a coupon code with them. I have emailed them about it, which I don't do. I don't email shops or message shops and ask them for coupon codes. This is I think the only shop I've ever done this with, just because I get the question so frequently. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. They have a referral system that, frankly, is too much work for me. So apologies, but I don't use a referral system. So I think you can look on the internet to see if you can find anything else, but I don't have a code for them. Anyways, I have been using their planner regardless of that for so many years. I think I got my first one in 2014, end of 2014 start date, maybe early 2015, something like that. So, and I've had this one forever. I just love it. I think it is absolutely amazing. The quality of their planners to me is unbeatable with the combo of customization. It's just a really, really great product. So I'm going to try and flip to, over here, just because I have been using this already. I get these in December or November and I start using them immediately because it is my whole world when it comes to functionality and being a functional adult. So a quick overview of how I use it. I have the ME format, which means I have 6 sections here, and then I go in and I write in on the side here what those sections are. I have a tracking section, I have a social and appointment section, 2 to-do list sections, a work section, and a today section. I'm going to link some videos down below that talk a little bit more about how I use this planner, function with this planner too, just so you can see how I use it. But I only use a pen and highlighters. I don't decorate this at all. It's purely functional. I write all of the regular stuff you would put in a planner in here, all my appointments, etc., birthdays, whatever. I also put my to-do list in here. And then I also add in things after the fact to track what I did or whatever, write down things that I did throughout the day that maybe weren't planned for, to then transfer them over into my functional planner, which is the Aura Estelle A5 wide cloud planner. This is actually the one that I'm showing you right now. This is my same one from 2022. You can see this is my New Year's spread from a year ago from 2022. I'm going to be using this same planner, the actual cloud planner, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the inserts from here with all of my planner spreads in them, and I'm going to transfer them over into this spare cloud planner that I have. I did get an extra last year. This was actually the original one that I purchased, but it had a gold coil. That was the only thing available when I purchased. And then once I saw the silver coil and then the silver coil became available, I think it was also an oops one, but it didn't matter to me. I was going to purchase this regardless because to me, having the planner that I want and use all throughout the year is paramount. So I just knew that I would be transferring all of this into here when I purchased 2 at the beginning of last year. I get that question a lot, what do you do with the old spreads? Do you keep them in there? Do you move them somewhere else? I've been using cloud planners and inserts for 3 years now. The first year I had a pink one and those spreads have stayed in there and I keep them all. They're memory spreads. That's their purpose, is, to be memories. This second year I'm using it, again, I'm going to move it into the other one, and then I'm going to keep this white one because I love it. I think it's perfect. I don't need to change anything about this here. But what I do want to show you is the inserts that I am going to use for this planner, which are the, sorry, zip it up. These are the Sadie Stickers A5 wide monthly and weekly inserts. I want to preface this by saying these are slightly customized for me, and she doesn't offer customized inserts. Alicia's a friend of mine, and she did me a favor with this. Like, she helped me out here. So these are not in her shop. However, they are, like, the adjustments that I asked to be made are so slight and so minor that I think unless you are totally like crazy planner lady, super particular, and anal about your like spreads like I am, I don't think it matters. I'm gonna link the ones that she sells in her shop, which are just so incredibly similar with there's like a couple fine line details that are different. Really, that's it. So I'm gonna link those, but she doesn't sell these exactly, and I just want to put out there to please not like message her on my behalf and ask her for these, because this was a favor that she did for me, and I just don't want to put that pressure on her. So I would appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to put these into the planner, make the switch. I'll come back and flip through and show you exactly what they look like and why I love them so much. Okay, here they are. They are loaded in here and they feel so fresh and new. One slight change that I have from last year is last year she just sent me the like weekly inserts, 52 weeks of them, which was all good for me because that's all I plan with. I think I had requested that because I don't do like monthly spreads or any of the other, what do other people do? Dashboard spreads, none of that. But I can't remember if I requested this to maybe try out doing one this year. I don't really remember. But these I think are the same format as what her inserts are, which has the monthly and weekly kind of cover page, some blank pages here, graph page. This is the monthly spread page, and then you flip into the weekly spreads, which is really what I'm interested in. I'll show you. So I think like as far as formatting goes, like I asked for the bottom washi and the date cover area to be sized, I think the same way as her regular planner. So nothing really different there. In the A5 white inserts, they are smaller than if you were to get her, like coiled planners this way. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're the same width this way, but I think they are shorter vertically is my understanding. So anyway, so I have the columns here. Something that I like, the request that I've made is to have the dots on the side, gray dots instead of a line. Just helps me with lining stuff up. And I think the biggest thing for me, like the only non-starter that I have with the inserts that she has is that hers have like these light gray lines that break up the boxes where like you would put a box and headers. I don't personally plan with 3 sets of headers or putting boxes in particular spots. So for me, that leaves like blank, or that leaves lines in the middle of my columns, and that's my non-starter. Can't do it, don't want it, don't like those gray lines. Like that's it for me. So mine have totally clear columns that I can put my headers and boxes and whatever else wherever I want. I think in her planner too, instead of there being this kind of like sidebar box where there's a space for a box here and then these lines that go vertically across, there's just like another one of these boxes right here. So that's another difference. I just like having those lines to line things up straight. Same with the bottom washi. There are, zoom you in her bottom washi, this is all blank here. I like having these vertical lines. I don't even know if you can see, they are so faint. There you go. I like having these vertical lines here to line stuff up straight. Sometimes when there's a big block of white and no lines to line things up straight, I'm not great at lining things up straight, so that helps me personally. There are also breaks in between the columns because that way you can't see the lines, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. But anyways, it helps with like lining things up, and you don't see them when you put bottom washi there. So that is pretty much it. That's what the spread, or that's what my inserts look like. Again, they are so very slightly different from the ones in her shop, and her quality is unmatched when it comes to inserts. Like I've tried so many from so many different shops. Her quality is the best in my opinion. Like, I have no qualm saying that. So I think if you're looking for inserts still at this point, get the ones that she has in her shop. I will link them down below and you will love them. They are pretty much almost exactly like what I have here with some very, very, very slight differences. So I'll link all that down below. Of course, I do PR for her shop. You can use the code Lauren20 plus name of the notes for freebie on that. But I'm not saying that because I PR for her. I genuinely think she has the best of the best for this sort of thing. So, okay, that is my 2023 planner system, which is quite simple. It is just my functional planner and my memory planner. With that being said, let's get into the New Year's plan with me, which is this beautiful kit by Crafts by Towie, and we're gonna switch into the voiceover now. All right, hi y'all. Voiceover time. So, full transparency, I am doing this voiceover, I think like a month and a half, 2 months maybe after I originally filmed this. I think I filmed this at the very beginning of 2023, within like, I don't know, a week or two of the beginning of the new year, something like that. And it's now almost March. I'm just getting around to filming it. Anyways, I'm showing you this, or not filming it, doing the voiceover. I'm showing you this beautiful kit from Crafts by Towie. It is absolutely beautiful. Those are some freebies that she added into, I think they were Black Friday orders and whatever, people who ordered this kit, etc. And yeah, I had a really fun time with this kit. She has really great add-ons and extras, and it was really great. Anyways, back to me saying that it's been a really long time since I filmed this. Same old sob story as always, frankly. I have been planning. I've been having a great time in my planner. I think I'm pretty much through January, and I mean, I'm perpetually always at least a month behind, but for me, this is like a relatively normal schedule. I've been having a really fun time with my spreads. I've been using a lot of kits from shops whose kits I don't normally use, and it's been really fun to kind of like stretch my muscles a little bit and do stuff outside of my norm. But yeah, same story as always, is that I can't, the editing, I just cannot, I can't deal with it. It's so boring to me. And you know what the other problem is too, is like, besides the fact that I don't even like, I really dislike editing and I'm always talking about how much I dislike it, I find it so boring that I sit down on the couch to edit and I'm asleep within like 10 minutes. Like, I knock out. Like, I don't know, I guess I gotta maybe like sit at my desk or something, but then it feels even more like work. At least when I'm on the couch, I can like kind of pretend like I feel like I'm relaxing. I don't know. Anyways, so all that to say, more Plan With Me's are coming. I just wanted to get this one up to kind of kick off the year, especially since I filmed like a whole planner setup part that you just saw. But all right, let's talk about the actual plans and the planner itself. So, the new inserts have been treating me really well. I like them. They're really similar to my ones from last year. They definitely they're sized the same way as the ones that she released for everybody else. So I have been having some problems with like the little bottom washi area, but I'm hoping that, and I think she might adjust that for maybe next year's planners to make the bottom washi area a bit bigger. Because what she had done for this year was made the white space at the top where the date covers go a bit bigger. I don't know if you can tell from looking at this. There's definitely more room than I had there last year, which I like. I definitely like that, but I think when push comes to shove, like, I would like to have both things, but at the end of the day, in this planner, you can't have it both ways with the inserts. So I think of when push comes to shove, now that I've planned a few weeks in it, I'm like, kind of want the bottom washi to fit a little bit better, because with most of the kits most of the shops whose kits I've used so far, their bottom washi doesn't fit on the right hand side. Some of them it fits just barely on the left hand side, but for whatever reason, the bottom washi on the right hand side is like a smaller height. There's a smaller height area there. So I'm kind of having to like trim them or overlap them a bit. And I really do like to have white space in between like the bottom washi strip, in between the two washi strips, and in between the top strip and the bottom of the column. So, that's not in some kits that's been able to happen on the left hand side, but I don't think in any of the kits that I've used it's been able to happen on the right hand side. So there's that. But like I said, the date cover area has been fun. I've been doing some like really intense stuff up there. I also simplified up there in an upcoming spread too. Kind of have been trying it both ways. I definitely liked this one. I feel like what I did here is pretty standard. If you have any questions about any of the stickers, let me know. I won't talk too much about it. I feel like it wasn't too crazy. Sidebar, yeah, I've been liking putting some of the larger florals from kits on the sides and then putting like some foiled stickers kind of in the negative space that happens in between. So this week I filled it with the fireworks and some of the garlands. Most of the deco that I used is from both Sadie Stickers and the Pretty Pink Co. I had a ton from 4th of July. Like I buy a bunch of stars and fireworks stuff both at New Year's and 4th of July to use for both weeks. And Sadie Stickers and the Pretty Pink Co. both had a ton. So I don't think I'll be able to point out which is which for the most part. Some things I think I can, but yeah, that's who I get all that from. And then the Crafts by Towie, there were some freebies that were included in my order too that I showed you that were really helpful as far as like matching up the garlands that were in the bottom washi and stuff. That was really fun to do. So if you have, like I said, I kind of talked over the date covers and the sidebar. So if you have any questions, let me know for sure. And we'll move into the day by day here. So this was the week of New Year's, obviously, midnight kit. I think I mentioned that. But I had this week off from work. My whole company has had to take PTO during this week. So, in all honesty, I was expecting this week to be like a big recharge week for me, like mentally and emotionally. And I was hoping to get so much stuff done around the house and whatnot. Oh my gosh, no. Like it ended up being a lot of really kind of lazy days and social stuff happening too. So, not I mean, all in all, it was an interesting week, a good week, but definitely not what I was planning for it to be. So, oh well. So on Monday, I marked that. So we had slept over, I think, at my in-laws' house the night before, from Christmas activities, I think. What was Monday? The 26th. Yeah. So we had slept over at their house on Christmas. This is the day after Christmas. So I marked that we had coffee there in the morning. And then down here, I'm marking a rest day and just feeling blah is what I wrote because I almost thought I was getting sick. I was so fatigued on this day. I did nothing. I was like lying on the couch all day. Like even things that don't require a whole lot of energy, like planning or editing or whatever. No, like I was so wiped from I think the past like I don't know, 3 or 4 days, there was so much social stuff and so much, eating a lot of food and drinking all day, every day, and caffeine and, the whole thing. My body was just like done with it, done with me. I just needed like an introvert recharge day where I just did absolutely nothing after all of it. I'm sure I was probably a bit hungover too the day after Christmas. But yeah, so not a whole lot happened here. I marked that I DoorDashed a sandwich, and then another common thing that I think we'll see a lot this week and in the next couple weeks is White Lotus. My husband and I watched both seasons of White Lotus at the beginning of 2023. Love it, so good. We're taking an Italy trip this summer, knock on wood, and I'm really excited. I knock on wood because it got canceled last year, but rescheduled to this year. I'm really excited for it. It made me even more excited watching the second season of White Lotus. And yeah, it's just a great show. So, anyways, that was pretty much it. Like I marked having a really bleh, whatever kind of day. So down here, I'm sure that there's other stuff. I don't even have the planner. I have my planner, this planner that you're seeing open, but I don't have my actual like physical functional planner open in front of me, so a lot of times I can look at that when I'm doing the voiceover to see what I actually did that I might not have recorded in the memory planner to like give myself some context or spur some memories. But yeah, I don't even know where that planner is. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. Yeah, so I think what I was saying was I don't know if I did anything else. I just took some torn paper and some florals and did a little scene at the bottom of the column there to mark that. I also laid down the stars, which I think are from the Pretty Pinko, the Star Divider washi. Love that washi. I have so much fun using it. Those stars are so dainty, and I love lining the columns with it. And I love that you can use it horizontally or vertically, and it still looks like it makes sense either way. So I think I only showed me doing that on Monday, but I do that every day this week. Okay, so I think I still had a pretty lazy day on Tuesday. It took me like 2 days to recover from Christmas and Christmas Eve. So I marked that I slept in here. All of the icons that I used this week, I'm pretty sure were just Crafts by Towie icons. If I'm not mistaken, I don't see any White Deer Stationery ones. Yeah, so the gold foiled ones are icons from her like, $2 Tuesdays or icon collections. And then of course all of the like colored in pink ones are from the kit. Oh, as I say that as I'm literally using a seed icon from White Deer Stationery. That's the only White Deer Stationery icon. um, but yeah, I love the icons in her kit is what I was trying to say. They are my favorite icons that come in a kit by far and away. They're so good. Okay, so here I marked seed shopping for 2023. If you follow my Instagram, or you have been for at least since the summer, you know that I love to garden and I love seed shopping. I love to buy seeds and then I like, germinate my own seeds inside and stuff instead of like buying a bunch of starts from a nursery. So big hobby of mine has been researching a bunch of different varietals of all of my favorite vegetable stuff I want to grow. I don't buy like if I'm gonna have like 30 pepper plants growing, they're gonna be 30 different varieties instead of like all the same variety, if that makes sense. So I started doing some of the shopping for 2023, which I did over that was not the only day I did it, but I think it's when I started it and probably placed a couple orders. And then I also worked on a seed spreadsheet that I have. I use a spreadsheet to keep track of all of my seeds. So I was adding in the varieties that I shop for, everything that I buy, I add in there, all the information, the photos, how to grow it, what the expectations are, all the relevant info goes in there. So I marked working on that. And then down here, I marked having a self-care shower, which I think was just very necessary this day after, again, so much social stuff. I just needed some uh, there's like relaxing where you're sitting on the couch doing nothing like Monday, and then there's like active relaxation, which I feel like is more like Tuesday, which is like, self-care shower, doing some relaxing things on purpose to try and unwind. So there we go. That is all of Tuesday. Yeah, and of course, if you have questions about stickers, let me know. I kind of edited this pretty quickly, so I'm not going to be able to talk about all the individual stickers, just because I need to get some of these videos edited and up. But I just had, for the most part, it's just like a million star stickers, all the foil stuff from Sadie Stickers and the Pretty Pink Co. I had so much fun putting little like garlands and confetti and stars everywhere. Because it's just I've said this in my plan with me is I love an excuse to make a themed week super like celebratory. Okay, Wednesday was a fun day. It was my nephew's first birthday, so I used a little calendar sticker to mark that. I thought that was cute. Normally I use those calendar stickers when I'm working to mark like meetings or appointments or something, but since I didn't really have that this week, I thought a calendar with the balloons was cute to mark a birthday. So that's what I did up there, layering it with some like swatch stickers and stuff too, of course. And then I marked, so we went over my brother-in-law and sister-in-law were staying at my parent-in-law's house. So we went over there for breakfast this day to have a little celebratory breakfast for his birthday. So I marked that with the coffee cup from the kit and one of the ovals. I love that. I love how that turned out. I love how that looks. That coffee cup sticker is one of my favorite stickers of all time, especially in this version of the kit with where it's just pink. Love it. And then adding like my own star and bow and florals to it. Obsessed. Here I took some torn paper washi and the phone icon from the kit, also foiled it up, added the florals, etc., to mark that I had a call with a wellness coach this day. I kind of talked about this in my previous plan with me's, but I've been really trying to like take better care of myself. So just in general, just like all across the board, I feel like I haven't been, and I kind of the past few months have had a bit of a like, okay, I gotta do this again sort of thing. So wellness coach call that day. We went to the playground for my nephew's first birthday too during the day here. So I never thought would have a use for that playground sticker from Crafts by Tao. It's in one of her icon samplers. But it was perfect to mark that. And then we also had his birthday dinner, which I'm marking at the bottom there with the torn paper and then one of the little scallop circles and the cake. He had a smash cake. I'm not going to post pictures of him because it's someone else's kid, obviously. I'm sure they wouldn't mind, but I'm not going to do it. But it was literally the cutest thing I've ever seen. He stuck his whole face in that smash cake and we were beside ourselves. It was adorable. So there we go. That's the first half of the week. I love it. I think it turned out super well. On to the second half of the week. But really, I love the color palette. Like any kit that has a bunch of different muted tones of pink and then neutrals, like I'm in. I'm always going to be in. I'm so into it. So yeah, I had fun with this one. Okay, so moving on to Thursday. I took one of the scalloped like lace ovals from the kit, and then on the sampler there was that same scalloped lace oval in foil. So I had cut that one in half and then layered it on either side behind it. Frankly, I think this area turned out to be a bit too much for me. There's a lot going on right here, but a good idea in theory, I think. So layering some florals together, there was lots of individual pieces of florals and greenery and stuff in her deco kit, which was, or her floral add-on, which was really nice because I was able to, do stuff like this to kind of make the florals fit the stickers I was working with. And I marked a lazy rainy day. The end of December, early January had so much rain. I'll talk a lot more about it in my next plan with me because that is when the big storm in California happened that we all were not anticipating or prepared for. But you guys know I've said this in many plan with me's. For me, a rainy day when I don't have work is just such a good excuse to like relax and chill. It like mentally does something for my brain where I can feel like I don't need to be doing anything else besides relaxing, which makes relaxation much more effective for actually unwinding for me. Yeah, again, a sneak into the crazy that is my brain, but rain helps with that for whatever reason. I marked I filmed a plane with me on this day. Again, doing that trick of cutting up the swatch stickers that are included in a lot of like journaling kits nowadays and layering it in the corners behind the MIDI box. I really enjoy that trick, and then kind of covering the open edges of that with florals and the icons and stuff. And then here I marked that my brother and sister-in-law and my nephew came over in the afternoon and we all just kind of hung out, had coffee and tea and whatever else. So that was Thursday. Not too much written down. I ended up just doing a little scene down here with the fireworks and the florals to kind of decorate. And there's the full day there. Beautiful. I love that full box with the girl too with the fireworks. I think that's super classic New Year's and really lovely. Okay, moving on to Friday. This is what I'm marking here is it was my 16-year dating anniversary. I still like to celebrate my dating anniversary. I don't know if that's normal. Do you still do that if you're married? I just feel like, I don't know, I've only been married for like, what? I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, something like that. I don't even remember. But we've been together for 16 years. That feels like much more of an accomplishment. I don't know. I can't let that date go. So, and I say this all the time. I've said it before. My life motto is never a bad excuse for champagne. Like if there's a reason to celebrate, I will take you up on it, you know? Like life's too short. Life is way too short. So anyways, I used a little circle from the kit, fireworks, the little cheersing champagne coupe glasses, love it, to mark that. And then we also had the cleaners come this day. I love marking the cleaners because I think that a lot of cleaning stickers have really good flow, like spray bottles. I love using spray bottle stickers. So they also take really well to having a bow being added to the side, I think. So again, I use that little trick of putting florals with the torn little piece of torn paper and then the icon layered over top. I love that. That's been something I've been having a lot of fun with the past, like, I don't know, couple months maybe, since torn paper, like just having more creative uses for torn paper has become necessary. I filmed and edited this day, and then my husband and I went to one of our favorite restaurants around here and had a really lovely dinner. So I used a cocktail glass to mark that. Also had really lovely cocktails. They've got like, oh, what's it called? Um I can't think of what is the I'm thinking abolition, but that is the wrong word for American history. Whatever happened when they banned alcohol in the prohibition. There it is. They both have the "ition" in it. Prohibition era cocktails at that place, which I don't even really know what that means, but I always find that like bars, cocktail bars that say they have prohibition cocktails generally can make a pretty good craft cocktail. So I'm always down to go to a place that says that advertises that. Anyways, okay. Saturday was New Year's Eve. We were supposed to be hosting a like a New Year's Eve party this day, but over the course of like Christmas Eve, Christmas, everything the week before, sickness like ravaged my family. Like it went through most of the like, individual family units that make up my greater extended family. Like a lot of people got sick. So a lot of people were definitely sick this week. So the people who were supposed to be coming over, I think only one of them, one couple ended up coming over out of everybody in my family. My family got hit hard over the holidays for sure. It wasn't COVID. It was just something else that was rough. So anyways, it ended up being a lot more chill, which was totally fine. I marked it super fancy though, New Year's Eve with the balloons and the fireworks, etc. We ended up just ordering a pizza, which I marked there, and prepping. We put out, wine and appetizers and whatever else cleaned up. So I marked that with one of the little fancy boxes from the kit, and then marked that my cousin and her husband and their baby came over. Um, Again, the fireworks and the champagne flutes and all the stars and whatever just kind of made it look pretty celebratory, because, it was fun, but we had a very chill, kind of relaxed night. They left till, like, before midnight, probably, like, 11 or so, um, and which was fine for Steven and I, we were all good, but Steven and I ended up staying up really late. We generally do our, like, Christmas presents and our anniversary presents, we combine them and do them for our anniversary rather than Christmas. I don't know why, but we've just always done it that way. So we did presents that night. um I don't know why we didn't do it the day before, I don't know, and then we just stayed up late playing, like, Rummy Cube. Like, I think we stayed up till, like, 2 in the morning, just, like, hanging out, drinking, like, wine and cocktails and playing games, just 2 of us. So, anyways, that was fun. Um, okay, and then moving on to Sunday, this was a pretty chill day too. I marked, the Happy New Year there, again, with all the fun, fancy stickers, and then right here, I'm marking that I did some sticker organization. Every once in a while, like, generally after I have, completed a haul video, I will have to go and spend a couple hours organizing my stickers because I get so much. I have so much stickers that it takes, and I kind of tend to let them pile on my desk a bit while I'm filming a haul. But once the haul is filmed, it's like go time. So I marked the sticker organizing there with the little clipboard. And then I also marked that I did some after Christmas shopping some kind of online sales, by layering. I don't think I included that in the video. I'm sorry if I missed that. But I layered the little calendar sticker over top the graph paper. I thought that was cute. And then the little money sticker from Crafts by Towie. And then right here, I am marking once again, Steven and I played Rummy Cube again this night, which I've talked about it before. It's a fun game. when I went to Hawaii last year with my girlfriends and we stayed at one of my girlfriend's fiance's parents' places there, they turned us onto this game and it was super fun. So it's kind of like gin rummy, but with little domino type pieces. I don't know. Anyways, that was the whole week. So it was a really kind of low key week off, lots of chilling, nothing crazy. Like we were supposed to go like what we always do wine tasting after Christmas as a family, like that Monday after Christmas. That didn't happen. It just ended up being very, very low key. We spent a lot of time with my husband's family for sure. But yeah, it was really nice. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and especially watching now, if you're watching now, since it's so late after New Year's. I appreciate you being here. Thanks again. Bye.